Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. What you do not wish for yourself, do not do to others. He who learns but does not think, is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. The superior man is distressed by his want of ability. When you have faults, do not fear to abandon them. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterward speaks according to his actions. Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. The superior man understands what is right, the inferior man understands what will sell. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. The superior man makes the difficulty to be overcome his first interest, success only comes later. An oppressive government is more to be feared than a tiger. He who wishes to secure the good of others has already secured his own. The superior man does not, even for the space of a single meal, act contrary to virtue. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. The cautious seldom err. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. The superior man is dignified, but does not wrangle. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. The firm, the enduring, the simple, and the modest are near to virtue. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. The superior man is affable, but not adulatory. The mean man is adulatory, but not affable. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. He who governs by virtue is like the pole star, which remains in its place while all the lesser stars do homage to it. Virtue is not left to stand alone. He who practices it will have neighbors. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. To go beyond is as wrong as to fall short. A gentleman considers what is right, the vulgar think only of profit. When anger rises, think of the consequences. The object of the superior man is truth. It is man that makes truth great, not truth that makes man great. Is it not a pleasure, having learned something, to try it out at due intervals? When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. The faults of a superior man are like the sun and moon. They have their faults, and everyone sees them, they change, and everyone looks up to them. Virtue is more to man than either water or fire. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage. The superior man cannot forget what he says, and so he is careful of his words. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. He who learns but does not think is lost, he who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. Study the past if you would define the future. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. To be able to practice 5 things everywhere under heaven constitutes perfect virtue. They are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Sincerity and truth are the basis of every virtue. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. He who will not economize will have to agonize. The superior man is easy to serve, but difficult to please. To love a thing means wanting it to live. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute, the man who does not ask is a fool for life. He who respects his parents is seldom misunderstood by others. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. He who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. When the wind blows, the grass bends.